speed.
Sound production, take one.
Hi guys, welcome back to 154 at Tufts. My name is Lena. You should remember me from last semester. I have a new co-host. Introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm Caleb, also a Tufts student, and I thought this would be a great idea, so let's get into it.
Okay, so as you know, 154 at Tufts is an ASO production. The aim is to unite the African community at Tufts and beyond. So this is just gonna be a remember us, get to know us episode. So we're gonna start. Caleb, how would you describe yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm an econ major, and I think that kind of feeds into my daily life. I think that I like to do things that like planned out in advance. I like playing basketball with my friends, and I love going on like side quests. So just kind of going out or taking fit pictures. Something calm but nothing crazy. What are your interests in there?
What are my interests? I like anime. Check the fit. I'm all decked out. I like reading. I like writing.
Hold on, I'm getting a call.
They should say hi to the podcast. Oh, let's give me a sneaky link. Okay, well, while he responds, I like Lego plants. I like podcasts and watching movies. I'm a film major. I'm doing film and international relations. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Where are you from, Caleb? Caleb is distracted.
What? I'm not
I
distracted.
am from...
Actually, Lena, I'm from San Mateo, California, the Bay Area, if you will. My dad's originally from Ghana. My mom is from East Palo Alto, California. So, I feel like I kind of embody the diaspora pretty well, both African American and African from the continent. Who are you?
Who am I? Well, I think I also embody the diaspora, but in a different way. Both of my parents are from Ghana. My mom is from Cape Coast. We're a little biased over here. We're a little biased. We're both Ghanaian. We're a little biased.
A little bit.
A little bit. My mom is from Cape Coast. My dad is from Jamestown. And what was I gonna say? And I went to school in Ghana for 4 years, and I go back every single year. So I represent the diaspora and like being a first gen. We're both first gen, literal African Americans. And I feel like being at Tufts for me, as an African student, it means being surrounded by a lot of people that I wasn't surrounded by in Ghana. A lot of different people.
Right.
And it was, at first it was kind of like a culture shock when I came back. It was just like, because I hadn't seen a lot of white people in a really, really long time.
Right.
And it was just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm the minority, not them. So, but having this African community, because there's actually so many Africans at Tufts, having this African community has meant the world to me. And I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel like I kind of have the opposite experience, though. It's like in California, especially in the Bay Area, there's not a lot of West Africans. There's not a lot of just Africans in general. And so for me, a lot of my knowledge or experiences within the culture like either came from my dad and grandma or just like being able to do my own research. So like coming to Tufts for me is like experiential in the sense that I get to like see it in like real life. I get to experience the cultures through like friends who are willing to like do different events. Like ASO does a lot of events that encompasses not only North Africa, East Africa, West Africa, and even like the southern parts of Africa as well. And so we kind of see ourselves a little bit more united, and so I'm able to really express more of my African identity with people who are native to the continent, but also who are also first gen like Lena and I. So I feel like having that opposite perspective is really, I really appreciate it because I feel like I'm able to kind of come into my own.
That's interesting. So what was, like, you mentioned events, like what was the event that did it for you that was like, wow, there's actually a community here that can belong in.
Honestly, I have to keep it a buck, and I'm not trying to hype up ASO or nothing.
I mean,
but
you don't need to, like.
It was, I would say honestly, it was the first time I was on campus, just like in general. But then second, it was our first ASO meeting. Like being able to see like so many people, like this whole room filled up, and that was only like maybe not even half of the Africans who was actually on campus, and those were just the ones who wanted to come to the club meeting. But I think just like even before the club meeting, just the interactions that I had with people and being like, oh, you know, what's your ethnicity, like, you know, where are you from, like, where are your parents from, and like having those types of conversations, I feel like I was able to really see like the African community.
Mm-hmm. So like, what do you think that our listeners are gonna gain from this podcast? Because I feel like it's like same thing. They're gonna reiterate feeling having a community. Because when I listen to podcasts, I realize that there's not a lot of like our type of there's thousands and millions of podcasts out there, but I feel like there's not a lot catered towards us, not catered towards like undergraduate students trying to figure their way out through a PWI, like, especially not for African students in particular. So what do you think that they're gonna gain? I'm hoping community.
I mean, I think even beyond that, I hope you find some sort of comfort and amusement from this. I mean, this is supposed to be a fun podcast you get to listen to while you're trying to do your work. We're not trying to bring up too heavy of conversations that don't necessarily need to be had. We're just trying to, you know, have a good time. As Lena said, provide you with some sort of community. Honestly, I think that, you know, this should be like just another one of those fun YouTube videos you get to watch. And so, as long as we're able to provide that for you, I think we're cool.
Yeah, I agree. You put it perfectly. Okay, so how do you stay connected to your roots? Because like you said, in California, like you were kind of distant from actually experiencing, I guess, like your from actually having your Ghanaian experience. So beyond like research, how did you feel connected to Ghana?
Well, every weekend, sometimes it was Saturday and Sunday, but most of the time it was Sunday. Every Sunday I'd go with my dad, and my sister, and we'd go to my grandma's house. And so she would always cook food for us. It always ranged. Like sometimes it was jollof, other times it was kilawele. Well, we always had kilawele right after. That was like the dessert that we got to have. And we were eating it like every weekend. My dad started complaining about it because we were like, oh, we're eating too many carbs. But like that's besides the point. But basically, I got to experience a lot of that through my grandma. And then also, especially when I was younger, my dad put a very like pretty heavy emphasis on us eating those types of foods at home. So like a lot of times we'd have banku with some like fried fish, some fresh
it's
onions.
A staple.
Yeah, of course.
Shito, yeah.
And then for some reason, like I know my family likes to eat the shito like really spicy. So they put like ghost peppers in it.
My dad would be complaining he has heartburn and shit. Like,
right?
What do you expect?
No, like you should not be sweating from your forehead. Like, that's not the goal here.
Bald head all shiny, it was sweat.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit.
They start drinking water, chugging
Oh my god.
You gotta relax. Like it shouldn't be that spicy.
It's not work.
Alright. For you, like, you know, like how do you feel like you've been able to like connect with like your African identity, like not living in Ghana anymore?
I feel like for me it's kind of similar, like mostly through food. Cause like oh my god, I remember my first week in school. I was with two of my friends. I won't shout them out; they'll be shy. I was with two of my friends. They came to my room, and I had Cerelac in my room, and they're like, "What is this? Like, what is Cerelac?" Cause it's baby food, but it's not for babies. It's for adults too. It's very healthy. So I had Cerelac, and I made them try it. I prepared it for them, and I kid you not, they started spitting it out. Which was so disrespectful. Okay, it was wheat Cerelac, not corn Cerelac, so like I understand. But that was so disrespectful. But I think that's how I stay connected. I have Cerelac in my room. I have plantain chips. I brought bread, but I went to Ghana this December. and I brought loaves of bread back.
Like tea bread?
Yes.
Oh, I love me some.
I brought bread
some
back.
tea bread and a house of cocoa.
Yep. Yeah, or Milo.
Mm.
Yep. So I brought back. So for me, it's like for food, because like as soon as I eat it, then I'm like, it kind of just teleports me back.
Right.
Also like surrounding myself with like African friends. Like most of somehow I ended up with all Nigerian friends. I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't know how I feel about that. I'm outvoted in a lot of things, but it's okay. I'll introduce some Ghanaians soon. But just involving myself in like ASO events, which is really, really important, because like you said, that's how you get the community. That's how you feel included, especially for diasporan kids who have never gone back, or like they just have grown up in PWIs like Tufts. Like they may not feel included. So I feel like attending ASO events really, really help.
Yeah. On top of that, like, I mean, why do you feel like you were inclined to like get involved in ASO? Like, was there like a clear-cut definition of like why you wanted to do it, or was it more of like just like a feeling that you just needed to?
Honestly, I just want to see my post on Instagram. No, I'm kidding. Why did I get? I feel like I just wanted to be involved. I just wanted to provide that community for people, because I just know like before I applied to Tufts, one of the things I looked at was the ratio or the percentage of Black students.
Right.
And when I looked, it was like 3%, and that's gone up. So if the percentage of students at Tufts that are Black is 3%, imagine how many are African. Like, it's so much less. I doubt it's even 1%. So I want to make that less than 1% comfortable on campus. So that's why did you? This is our freshman rep, guys. In case you didn't know, we didn't say that. I'm social media, and he's freshman rep.
Yeah, freshman rep, co-host of this podcast, 154.
Yeah. It's one continent, 54 countries. Yes.
You see, it's clever, right?
Yeah.
Very clever.
Yeah.
I wonder who came up with it. Wait, who did?
I did.
Oh.
I did.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Actually, I'm lying. I am lying.
Oh.
I have something to reveal. I texted my group chat, my friends from high school. I was like, I'm coming up with this podcast. I can't think of ideas. And my friend Ado was like, he actually wants to start a podcast, and he wants to call it 154 because the same reason. And I was like, that is such a good idea. So I stole it, and I didn't tell him until I released the first episode.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, good artists create, but great artists steal. That's what I think. That's what Picasso said or something. Right?
I feel like maybe he said that. I'm not sure, but he should have said that.
I mean, we got an artist in the building, guys. Like, so.
Yeah. So, what are you excited to see in 154, the stolen name?
Oh my goodness. Everything. I feel like we're gonna be able to provide you guys with like day in the lives.
Yeah.
We're gonna be able to provide like vlog content, so it's not just.
It's gonna be silly and goofy.
Right. Like, we're not just gonna be sitting here talking. I feel like that's kind of boring. You know what I mean? But like, we're gonna be walking around. We're gonna get the nice film equipment. We're gonna give you guys what it's like to really be a student here. And like, on top of that, I mean, that's another reason why we're kind of here. Not only is it for us to provide that type of community for the current students, but for future students as well. Exactly. Because, I mean, what better way to do it if you guys can actually watch the videos? 'Cause I remember when I was applying to Tufts and I was applying to other colleges, right? One of the things that helped me make the decision was watching the like day in the life of going to this school. What's the dining halls like? What is this like? And being able to really see that, I feel like it's something that I really value. So I think that's something we're really gonna be able to provide here.
Yeah. I think I'm looking forward to our cooking episode, which is coming. I think we're doing that in March.
Yeah.
March maybe? Yeah. I'm excited for that because I like eating, like I said. So.
Oh, so do I.
I'm very, very excited that we're going to have some West African delights, some East African delights. So it's going to be good stuff. Good stuff. So to conclude our introductory episode, tell us a fun fact.
A fun fact?
A cultural tradition, something. Just tell us something.
Okay. What's a fun fact? All right, for you Ghanaians out there, I feel like, so I'm Ghan, and I feel like that's.
Me too. Okay, sorry.
I feel like this is my first time hearing that. That was my first time hearing that. So, but for like, I haven't met a lot of Ghan people, so I remember the first time I was able to go back. This was maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. I was leaving in like around like mid-August, but that was also the same time as the Homo Wolf Festival, which was a really cool experience for me. I got to meet a bunch of family, and that's why I got to try pickle for the first time, and learned that most of the time people can't cook it that good, and I actually really enjoy my grandma's.
Okay.
But you know, the Homo Wolf Festival is really cool. Most of the time you'll see people wearing colors like red and black and then white and black. Those are like the
Is that what you're representing right now?
I mean,
Incidentally,
yeah, I guess so. You know, subconsciously I was able to make those types of connections.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you?
A fun fact about me, now I've been put on the spot. I have to think. I like giraffes. I like their necks. They're really long.
That's what you like about a giraffe?
Yeah, like why are you so long? That's what she said.
That's crazy.
Pause.
That's crazy. But like,
No, they're cool. Like they have spots like a leopard, but they're not.
I would rather be a leopard than a giraffe.
Well, that's your opinion. I think I would be a giraffe.
Okay, in the comments, would you rather be a leopard or a giraffe? Think about it. Would you rather be hunted or be the one
Who
hunting?
hunts giraffes? If anything,
Lions?
more hunters. Which lion have you seen hunt a giraffe?
I've seen it on the History Channel.
I don't think you watch the
Look it
History
up.
Channel. I don't think it's there. I don't think it's there.
I'm checking.
Anyway,
I'm
thank
checking.
you so much for watching, and I hope you stay tuned for next week. We'll have more content out for you guys. Thank you. Goodbye.
Toodles.